What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Don with the Don Fran Show. We are going to talk about Elon's trolling post. Well, we're going to get into that while everybody gets signed in. This is live. I do go live Sundays and Wednesdays if you guys like my strategy, what you hear. The one thing I promise everybody is I can't make you a super trader in one video. So hit the subscribe button. Stick around. It is a little bit different, but if you want to ask the people in my chat, how are they doing after they followed me? I encourage that. And get an honest reply from someone in your shoes. I don't show off my cars for a specific reason, but hang around. Let's jump into it. I'm going to break down the big marks, right? The dollar, the Russell, the NASDAQ, the S&P. After that, we'll get into Tesla. These streams are going to be 30 minutes, and then I'm going to turn it over to you guys, answer questions, break down tickers, anything you guys want. YouTube members, you guys know, it's in the community tab. There is a link for the November charts, so just check that out there. What's up, everybody? What's up, Toby? What do you think of SPY, Don? We're going to get right into that. Let's check out the dollar first. So this was a zone. It finally broke out. This is a strong zone for the dollar. Finally broke out. We saw some of this, but a little bit of a, when I say some of this, some red. This red wick was enough for me to actually tag out. I was short the British pound. British pound, US dollar. So for all my Forex people, I'm going to be leaning into the dollar. I think next year I am bullish the dollar and financials. So if you ask me, what do I think of XLF or the dollar? The answer is long. When is a good time? Is the market open? Because that's probably going to be my answer. So while there will be ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, I will be looking at bullish positions until I see otherwise. But raising rates, all of that is a great thing for the dollar. So I did re-enter the British pound US dollar short, which is a bullish dollar play. Right now, I think I kind of want to get into a US CAD play as well. I don't like having a whole bunch out there. You know, just a whole bunch US dollar plays. You got to be mindful of the sectors you're in, because you could be long a whole bunch of positions, right? You have your risk management for each one. Let's say you only like to risk $100 per trade, you know, but you have 10 trades all in tech, and now it's $1,000 risk. But you know, whatever your management is. So I do that in the US CAD. Let's say I have one lot on everything. I'm 20 grand deep in risk, and the US dollar goes down. You know, while each trade individually was managed, I'm going to take a whole bunch of L's at the same time, and they can gang up on you. So the one thing you want to be mindful of is when you are in multiple positions, just be mindful of that. How much risk do you actually have out there, not just in one ticker? But in fact, if this gets just a tad bit lower, I'm going to set my alert here. If we can get a type 2 on that, I'm going to go ahead and take that long position. Oh yeah, if that's going to be our high or low, we're looking for a higher high. Let's get going. If market pulls back or prepare for a crash, where do I want to be? Gold? I don't know. I hate gold. Well, I'll break down gold in the end. Or after these three markets really quick. IWM, looking great. I would have preferred it came back here to hit that zone. It didn't, as you can tell. So we look at the daily chart here. Now these are more the futures. So if you're trading the IWM futures, IWM is an ETF. So sorry, I mean Russell futures. Let's just grab that one red day we had right here. These three are inside. So breaking and closing above or below. We're bullish above, bearish below, but I would look for that knife catch right here. This is something I'm going to keep just like this on the daily. I do trade futures, so I do watch this on a smaller time frame, but I don't want to miss that. Coming into that zone, I might consider some IWM options. Mostly my index plays are in the futures contracts themselves. But if I can get a nice dip, I do like buying options. I grabbed quite a few S&P in-out spreads the other day for December. So I'll fire off those kind of left, right, front, center, as long as I get a somewhat of a good entry. Bitcoin closed the weekly bullish. I like it. So, but if the markets were to pull back, where would you want to be? Well, man, I just keep thinking about that question. Why would you not want to just short the market? Maybe not familiar with it. There's a mental block with a lot of people about going short. And if that is you, I'm not saying it is, imagine turning your monitor sideways and left or right. Which way is the market going? Because you're going to click the buy or sell. You can sell to open or buy to open, and then buy to close, sell to close. Just turn sideways. Take the emotion out of it. Ooh, the tech is already pushing out. So basically that same red day right here, tech is already above. So we might have already seen the dip buy on tech. Now we might actually put in a lower high right here, pull back, make a higher low. We might just make a bigger bull pin it, bull flag. We might just push up to here. So right now we know Winnie the Pooh and gang hanging out right there. We know there's plenty of sellers right there. We can even get picky. We'll grab all of it right there. At that point, we would come back and see, are we at a horizontal channel? Or do we make a higher low, lower high, more of a pin it pattern? Or just an ascending wedge, ascending triangle that breaks out to the upside. So that'll be all-time highs. That's a dip buy for me. Catching in the knife dip buy in that zone. I'm already bullish tech. So what I did the past couple days was S&P in out spreads and Amazon in out spreads, and not just my normal amount, but a pretty decent chunk. So I'm pretty exposed to tech in general. For right now, breaking this blue, we're gonna hop right on. I don't want to say hop right on down, but we'll probably tag that yellow. So I'm pretty confident that yellow zone's gonna get tagged. I'll set an alert there. On this note, set alerts where you need to know about things. It's easy to get carried away with alerts, but when an alert goes off, I need to know right now, check it out. It's either an alert for me to buy or, hey, it's in your babysitting time. Like, keep an eye on this today. This might be the time. All right, so S&P. I would have loved for it to pull back to that as well. We're basically already at all-time highs. Kind of starting that grind up again. Now, for everybody that thinks short the all-time highs, sky's falling tomorrow, there's a lot of YouTubers talking about a crash again. That's fine. I would just be careful going short, because right now we see these couple red candles. See how many times we've seen those couple red candles? Then we continue the grind. We do get a serious pullback here and there, but a lot of these red candles were just followed up by more green. We just continued that grind. So actually nothing to really be afraid of at all. I kind of thought, so I thought last week would be red. And if you were live with me on Wednesday, I told you guys Thursday was the buying opportunity. I would be buying Thursday. And if you did well on Friday. A lot of things pushed up on Friday. So if you took that weekend swing, obviously I'd put my stops in the green. Can't be, you don't want to be gun shy, but you know, a gap and crap, always a possibility. There's a lot of time before market opens. It might even be red in the morning, which would just suck. But at that point, down here, I kind of want to know about these zones hitting there. Sorry, I'm late. Tesla price. We're going to go Tesla. We're going to do gold real quick, and then we're going to jump into Tesla. I wanted to push that out and let people get in here. Elon selling is nothing. Hadn't mentioned doing it. He hadn't mentioned doing it beforehand. It's just jealous-ass people spreading FUD. Tesla will rocket again. Those that have... I'm assuming you mean Tesla, not TSA. Will be rich. Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as investments go, yeah. Tesla's always a buy. But Elon's selling is nothing. Still billions of dollars being sold. It's a lot of for intraday stuff, intraday or that current week. I'd say it's enough for people to want to front run and get out of it, or buy the dip. I like any red candle on Tesla. Let's go. Elon can sell all he wants. I'm not selling. So I shared a tweet. It's from, there's a bear on this channel. Nonstop bears. He's talked about some bullish positions. I don't know if I'm rubbing off on him. But he's bullish Facebook. He was laughing at the Tesla. He said, anybody else, they're about to find out billions of dollars worth are going to be sold. They're out. But the Tesla crew, I'm just going to buy harder. Which definitely cracks me up because you guys know it's true. You think Elon's going to split again? When he announces he will, I bet it will. The split rumors, they're annoying because all of a sudden Tesla pushed, everybody started talking about it again. The only thing Elon said was, I'm going to sell my shares. Oh, and it brought it right back down. I get a lot of people that are invested in Tesla. They like to come on this channel for some reason. But I get a lot of traders that come on here. So I wouldn't say I'm the leader of the Tesla cult, but I am a big Tesla fan. This whole YouTube channel, one of the first tickers I was talking about was obviously Tesla. Did we finish the S&P? Did I just jump into Tesla too soon? Almost the exact same story for tech. We'll get out of here. Is this going to be here if you're going to sell? Stop right above there. I think a lot of people will try to play that. But it's the same thing. Are we going to make a bull pin it? Or are we just rocking and rolling all-time highs? Monday, we'll break above this. Turn around Tuesday. We'll check this from the top. You get to buy the dip and just be bullish Wednesday. That'd be a picture-perfect play. But if it does sell off, I like it right there. Who knows what excuse to come out with, but I'm not worried about this. Let's get Tesla up here. Now, as a trader, because this is what I do, guys. I trade stocks. I take advantage of short-term swings. Now, I do that for income, and I also have my investment account. I don't talk about the investment account because what's the point in talking about Tesla every day? Unless you just need YouTube income, if you're invested in Tesla, not really much is changing. You just buy it, check it in 10 years. All of a sudden, you have a lot more money. Who doesn't think that? Well, the people that were short Tesla, but how often do you want to just... How many times can you short Tesla and still look at that chart and convince yourself, this is fine? As a trader, though, we dropped down. We smacked that zone right here, and it popped back up. Now, say whatever you want. Maybe that was Elon selling. Maybe it was just a coincidence. I know someone already said Elon selling doesn't mean anything. Anyway, we gapped down from a tweet. We know some shares were sold. We know some more shares were sold. We know some more shares were sold. Either way, more sellers it goes down, more buyers it goes up. What this tells me is there was plenty of sellers. The buy the dip crowd showed up, and they got it to here. Sellers showed up again. We're already knocking on that door. As a trader, that's not a good look. That looks like we're exhausting buyers. The sell side pressure is just too much. It's a zone for a reason. It's not broken until it really is. We need to get below and close. We're probably going to hop on down. So when Tesla was up here, I told you guys my buy side for Tesla is 900. I'm going to buy some more at 900, and I'm going to buy some more at 800. If it breaks below that, I'm going to see what building is on fire and how long it's going to take to repair. I don't see Tesla actually getting below that. I'm trying to think what scenario could happen. I don't. This is the Tesla, like the real chart. This is where it is. Now we get carried away. We work our way back down. We get back on this. We got carried away. Only the blind cannot see you got carried away. Now you can be all on Elon's nuts and think it's just going to do this forever, and you're probably upset right now because you're losing money or your P&L's going down. Maybe you sold, maybe you didn't. But as, we come down here, we're going to get right back on track. Train's going to start rolling north again. So, speaking as a trader, if you guys see we get carried away, that's the time. There's many ways to exit. You guys know I trail things. Now, I took short positions along the way down, but I actually took a what was it? I took put spreads. Anytime I've ever swung Tesla short, it just gaps up the next day. Yeah, those end up being a loss. So I have the worst luck with swinging that. But if you guys know how options work, I always have to correct this because somebody never listens. Side note, you guys, you can't listen to half of what I say. That's just going to get you in trouble. You have to listen to all of what I say. But I have a lot of Tesla shares, and I had a leap. I have deltas. I had way more deltas than I was short deltas. So overall, you subtract that, I was still very bullish Tesla. If I'm in a put and it goes to zero, just know that I made money. I took an L on the put, but whatever I was in on the bullish side went up. I'm just trying to take advantage of any downturns, and I can use that profit to buy more Tesla. But as far as the tweet, that was absolutely hilarious. Sorry if you're... Look at that. Bernie Sanders. We must demand that the extremely wealthy pay their fair share. Period. Uh-oh. Elon Musk replies, I keep forgetting you are still alive. Sorry, couldn't not laugh. And he says, want me to sell more stock, Bernie? Just say the word. Now, that's hilarious. Elon said he was going to sell 10%, and we're not there yet. We're about a third of the way. So I think Elon is going to sell more shares. He said he was going to follow that poll. The poll said yes. We're going to sell 10%. We're not there yet. Tie that to this already looks like it's about to break. say whatever you want. It just might be just one more coincidence. I was just coincidentally right one more time. Maybe it holds here to the moon. You guys were right. 1,500 by Thanksgiving. And what do I know? I know I have more money because I'm still long Tesla. But that sounds like we might be breaking that zone and coming in hot. So actually, let's check out the expected move for Tesla. The 19th, we're expecting an $83 move. So let's toss that up here really quick before we get on to everyone else's tickers. We closed here. Let's grab 83 bucks. Hang on, we're just gonna. Let's make that 3. All right, and then let's go 83 to the downside. So that's one standard deviation right there. So if we want to go 2, here's another 83 down. Oh, that line's already there. But let's just shade it off a little bit. So we hit 2 standard deviations down. I'm buying it. All right, can you guys hear me now? Probably terrible quality. Big tech shutting down, Don. Can you guys hear me now? I don't know what happened. This is the microphone that's in the webcam, which I still have the plastic on. Oh gosh. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I don't know jack with that. Does it sound? You've been muted since you drew 83. Now we can hear you. Read my lips to the moon. So does this sound okay? I have the Elgato mic. I thought it looked cool, and it still says it's on. Still says everything's good. White lights and all. Just sounds okay. It's fine. It doesn't sound echoey. Better than no sound. Let me try that one more time in the audio settings. Give me 1 second. That's what we got. A little bit tunnel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. These aren't good. You just try. If it mutes for a second, I'll just switch back. We'll finish it out and figure it out. Okay, now you guys can hear me? Back to normal? Don out here once again doing Don's work. Sound on. Original sound's back. How weird is that? I just unplugged it, plugged it back in, just like any old IT guy. So hit the like button. What you just witnessed there is what you guys said in the comments. Big Tech is trying to shut me down. I don't know how far we got on the audio. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, we talked about 1 standard deviation. This is 2 standard. If I drew the second one out, yes. But when we get below this, the market makers have everything they need. All the hedges in place for this right here. So it's when we break below and close below that, now they need to start hedging. Some of you guys are going to call it, oh, it's because of the gap fill, or whatever. Every gap's got to fill. You've heard the spiel. But what's going to happen there is if you go YOLOing puts out of the money, someone's got to buy the 920 puts because whatever. I'm sure broke people are buying the 900 puts because they can't afford the 1000s. Or people that are trying to play games. I'm sure you'll tell me how awesome your puts were if you bought them and they're up. Anyway, those aren't being accounted for. No one cares about those. They don't care about your Wall Street bets play. We're hedged for right here. We start breaking below. All of a sudden, you go from 10 deltas to 40. Now they probably need to take that in place. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. Some algorithms I'm sure probably are, but I'm sure it's a stair-stepped pattern. But now that we have this hedged for, but when we get over here, now we got to start hedging for all the other stupid YOLO plays. That's where you get the gamma squeeze, the delta hedging against those YOLO plays, and it drops it down really fast. So when it breaks that 950 mark, we know it'll be a psychological level anyway. Breaking below that and closing below that, we could see a snap. Now, likely we just rein it back in, we bring it right back up. But that's where the volatility comes in place because it might take us Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to get here. It'll take us Thursday to get here. It'll be fast. So anyway, keep an eye out for that. Don't draw the second one or he will shut off video. Come on, freeloaders, hit the like button now. Only 49 likes, 55. There we go, 111 you guys here. We're good. Mic problems happen, comes with the job. Why do you think Elon plans to sell stock this way? Why not block sale? I'm sure he probably is. If I had his cell phone number, I'd call him up and ask him what's up. But who knows? Selling stock is still selling stock. Oh, man. Something just changed. I'm like, oh, here it comes. Anyway, where are we at? We're 23 minutes into a stream. Let me break some tickers down for you guys. So this is question time tickers. Let them fire out. I would not be here on YouTube if it wasn't for you guys. So I'm dead serious. You're brand new to my channel. I'm not here to talk to myself in a room and hopefully someone listens. I like talking to you guys and making that connection. So if you like what I do or how I do things, yeah, hit the subscribe button. Show up to these streams. Start asking questions. If your keyboard's broken, I'll buy you one. Bitcoin upgrade. Ethereum is in trouble. Bitcoin did get that fork. It came through just fine. I think people are just now finding out about it, so maybe they're going to buy it up. I don't think Ethereum's in trouble, but hopefully the use case for Bitcoin does start to go up, and we will start to see this show up further. We had a weekly zone drawn out on Bitcoin. It was right inside here. We finally just got above that, so we'll bring that back up. Let's get that back down. Staying above that, we're good. I think we're cruising. But for the rest of the year, guys, I am bullish. But I told you guys in the beginning of the stream, I am long the U.S. dollar. And a lot of people, looks like they bought Bitcoin to hedge the dollar. So I'm very curious how that pans out if we're bullish the dollar and financials next year. Are they dumping that, to get back long the dollar? I told you guys I would go over gold. She said, where should I want to be? You know, if the market crashes, whatever, you think the sky's falling, or maybe you want to have a hedge. The one thing gold has is it does have the test of time. We're like raccoons. We just like shiny things. There's always someone that tells me they use them in microchips. I know the uses of gold. Thanks. But right now, we like shiny stuff, and it's a good hedge. So they say. Now, so I'm going to call that our last lower high. Technically, we're full-blown reversal mode. We get above that. But lower low, lower high, we never really got there. You can call that even a higher low. We really kind of hung out right outside here. So that's where the buyers ultimately held. So we borderline faked you out, came back up, held that. Getting above this, I'd say we're bullish. And I made a video the other day. Did not get a lot of views because it didn't have Tesla in the highlights. I was talking about gold because we know Palantir, while all the institutions are buying Bitcoin, Palantir bought gold. Palantir is a data company, which was very curious. So they put their cash on hand in gold. So I'm curious to see why they bought it. You know, we'll know later. It'll make sense when we can play hindsight. But right now, there has been a lot of money going in there as far as flow goes. As far as like options activity and everything, there's been a lot of money getting pumped into gold. Finally getting above that 1835 mark was huge. So let's see how we do at this $1,900 level. But it does look like gold is a little bullish. Hello, peasants. Nobody cares about you on this channel. Tell them, Don. Alright, I care about you guys. Let's see. Ethereum is good. Buy much as you can. I'd still like Ethereum. Lucid over 50. Right now we're playing the back and forth game. Bullish above here, bearish below. I would be careful on this. We've seen Lucid get hyped. It'll make sense. The hype came in. The hype left. Sorry if you were in that position, but geez, let's call it out, right? The gap's got to fill. So 50, why don't you bump those rookie numbers up? The gap obviously has to fill. Ask any other trading YouTuber how many gaps fill. They'll tell you. Just hold and hope forever. Looks like 57 will be your resistance. Right now, I would just watch this. Kind of bullish above, bearish below here. We've seen the hype come in. I know they're delivering vehicles now, and that's sweet and all. But they do have earnings coming up. This probably won't tell me the accurate date. It says tomorrow. We would be bullish above here. And I don't want to say bearish, but maybe you don't gobble up all the shares you can. Because imagine just buying up Lucid and it turns into Alibaba. All right, it just goes down for a while. I don't like to buy things going down. That's where the alert would be for me. Breaking that $40 mark, I would question how much do you have allocated into it. Let's see. Joe said something about ticker-wise. Picked up some Palantir at 22.80. Okay. Let's see. Ford. I bought some Ford. And just as a quick play, trading account. Bought some Ford, sold the 20 calls. I really hope Ford pulls back. You know, hopefully we get just below this. So the reason I did that was to buy more shares. If it pops up, you know, it'll sell. If not, I get that free premium. I'm kind of fine either way. I got to say this $18 mark is where I'm paying attention to it. We get here again, and I'll sell puts. Down to this $16. If it were to just start grinding its way back down to here, this is where I'll probably start leaning into it heavy as far as that goes. Lucid will do a Neo next year. Everybody thinks Lucid to 75. Oh, yeah. How many of you guys thought Neo was going to go to 75? I heard that a lot. Neo. Supposed to hit 75. Never did. So be careful about what you guys just truly believe. Like, we can talk, like, we talk about news on here. We can talk about whatever you want. That's cool. That's what everybody thinks is going to happen. But your money better reflect anything could happen. There's no need to get over crazy on a particular ticker. You know, this is still money. And that next candle, one thing I can definitely tell you will be red or green. 50-50. Every candle. You don't know what news manipulation could be right around the corner. You know, no one predicts an accident. No one can, what's it, no one, I used to say it all the time. For car crashes, nobody wants to get in one. You know, but there's a reason you wear a seatbelt. There's a reason you have airbags. We've not gone over Facebook. But I like it. bullish above here. These are little speed bump zones, so I'll use that to, let's say it breaks out above here. Breaks out, maybe retest this, you buy it. Buy it in this zone. At this point, stop's probably in the green because we're looking for a base out and continuation. That'd be great. You hope it goes zone to zone. This is where you might use that to add on, scoot your stop up. If it breaks, boom, you tag out, get back in that zone. But the blue is more speed bump zones, more on the hourly time frame, time to manage things. Could reverse here, could continue just like this. Like that just gave off a perfect example of how I would even look at a speed bump zone, just right in there. So I want Facebook to get above this. Facebook has been selling off like crazy, right? We see it slow down. Now we quit making lower lows. We haven't made a higher high. We could argue it's a higher high, but never really closed there. We did make a higher low, so now it's time to start looking, maybe speculate there might be a higher high. Clove sell puts at 6.7. I like that. Clove is at that level where it's just you just sell puts. Now this is nothing I'm too crazy in. I am in this one. I didn't close this one out. I closed IPOF out. I was selling puts in a lot of those, and I just started to accumulate a lot. But Clove is at these levels. You don't want it really breaking that bottom zone. But right across here, let's get to the daily. There's just been that pretty decent chunk. The past few days, let's just for now, let's toss that on the radar as blue. Getting above that, we're probably good. This one has its pumps, it has its days, then comes back down, which is why I don't mind selling the puts. You sell the $7, you're probably going to be in it. You sell the $6, you're just outside of it. Doesn't they have a $6.50 in there? Yeah, you're collecting $3. How many contracts you feel like selling? I'd sell the 650s. What do I think about the Meta ETF? I need to know more that's in it. The ETFs all come out, and I think they want to name names and buy things in there. Like Kathy made the Space ETF. It's got Netflix in there. So while I like the idea, I like where their head's at, I don't know what's in the Meta ETF, but I would rather just pick what I think is bullish and play that. mRNA. We got to get rolling. Moderna. If I'm buying this right now, that's what a waterfall looks like. Just gapping and skipping and just destroying positions. Now, if you caught that knife, I would stop at 209.85. You recognize this play? It almost looks a little bit quicker than that. We hit that zone. This is what Tesla looks like right now, as a matter of fact. Hit that. We bounced lower high. The only thing we did was bulls got in the way of the bears. Or the bears just got a little exhausted. They're catching their breath. Doesn't look that good. But there is a structured trade. If you want to catch that knife, at least you know, hey, bears got it that far. They break that. They're probably re-energized. It's time to get out of position. Are we expecting a squeeze on GGPI? Is that Polestar? That GG. Who is this? That's crazy. What is this? Waterfalls are pretty. Shop had an interesting move on Friday. Let's do Shop and DraftKings. I saw Shop, AMD, and DraftKings. We'll knock those out really quick. This is Polestar. I'd be careful with this one. I just would. I don't know. Maybe. They're buying a lot of hope right now. A lot of hype. Yeah, they delivered what, a vehicle. I don't know. I think the only reason we're even talking about Polestar is because of this ticker. No one's ever saying, "Look at that car. I can't wait to order those." No one's talking about the pre-orders on that. The 3 people that pre-ordered one, I'm sure they are. But I would be very careful of this. I wouldn't want to break in. 1285 is where my stop would be at. Let's break down HUT really quick. All right, HUT, mining HUT. I wouldn't want this break. I think the Bitcoin hype is coming back, though. All these mining tickers, Riot, Mara, HUT, they like to get going when there's Bitcoin hype. This one does look good. This one actually looks a little bit less volatile. It looks like it's just kind of keeping a steady grind up. I'd be bullish. My stop would still be down here, though. I gotta say 1345, which percentage-wise, I spit everywhere. Percentage-wise, not the That's giving off quite a bit, but I don't care. I wouldn't want to put my stop anywhere in here because it'd probably just tag right out. But I'd be bullish that. Moon Gang in the office now. That's a proprietary group for the mentorship. If you guys like what I do here, the WeTrade link down below is what I do. This is what I do every night for the mentorship group. A little bit more depth, a little bit less filter. I set a few more alerts. I don't give call outs, but if you paid attention, I set those alerts where I'm going to buy things. Maybe you agree. DraftKings already breaking below that. That sucks. I'm going to catch the knife right here. Yeah, not really bullish till it gets back above that 45 mark. Right, other than that, we're just selling off. Does pin look any better? Ooh, pin. I'm going to set my alert on the type 2. I'll catch that knife there. I like the risk to reward here because I'm stopping out at 50.85. Calling it good. There's DraftKings, AMD, and what was the last one? Oh, Jake tossing that link up in the chat. That is the mentorship link, guys. Appreciate that, Jake. Is that your link? Let me help you out, Don. I said I was going to do one more. It was AMD, DraftKings. I already promised the person I was going to do it. Alright, AMD. Oh, man, I don't know how I'm going to play this one. I do want to be in some of the chips, AMD or NVIDIA. I wanted that knife down here, I really did. We already bounced. Was the retail crew? I haven't even added. God, they've just been on fire. I don't know if I want to give that up. What I don't want is FOMO to lead me into this trade. I really like it, but that just... I might just grab some shares and put my stop at 134.85. Maybe it pulls back and I grab a little more and lean into the play. And if it pushes up, I'll lean into it. I kind of want to just be in it. But I kind of think we're going to get a better dip buy. Kind of like what we did last time. We go sideways for a bit. Maybe it does sell off. I want to be patient on this one. Reverse the screen to white background. Oh, I'm not trying to go blind. Rivian, yay! What's up? I'm in this at 99 bucks. I told you guys I was going to buy that. Day one, did. If you followed that play because you agreed with me, I thought it was actually going to crash. I really did. I just wanted to be in it. I bought coin the same way, and it sold off. I was going to wait for the selling to stop. I was going to get back in. I'm going to put my stop at 119.85. I don't like a green trade going red. I'm very against that. So I'm going to put my stop at 119.85, and I'm just going to hang out. That thing can go to 200 bucks. It could just tag out. We'll trail it later. So... all right, guys, I do have to hop off here. I do have to get to my mentorship chat. If you guys are interested in checking that out, that is the WeTrade link. On Sundays, we do go over our top 5 voted plays within the week. I do buy them. Well, our win rate's pretty good. I got to actually calculate it out. It's 5 trades each week. We've taken a few losers. Like a few. I don't think we've even hit 10 yet. But... anyway, if that interests you, it is not a call-out service. It is for those that want to, well, maybe do this as an income. So I got to hop off here, guys. I do go live Sundays and Wednesdays. Hit that subscribe button. Hopefully hit the thumbs up button for me tonight. And what are you going to do in the comments? I like to read your comments. Is Elon done selling his shares if you made it this far? First of all, if you made it this far, you rock. If Elon's done selling his shares, I don't think he is. He's only sold a third of what he said he was going to do. You think he's selling more? Does Tesla gap down tomorrow? Where are you catching that knife? Mentorship, don't go anywhere. We're jumping right into it. Everyone else, I will see you guys in the next stream.